Lindsay Sterling. I totally know who that is. I don't. Who that is? Someone save me in chat. Howdy doody. What's going on, P-Nugget? Hope you're doing well. Hold up. How did you make the hydrogen in the bottom, oxygen in the top of the oxygen plant? So all of my spawns are like that. How did you make the hydrogen on the bottom? So you're talking about this one. So I reverse this one. So what you don't know then, it's probably that how the separation occurs is determined by where the elements already are. By putting the liquids on the lock right here in the submerged spawn design, you displace the liquid. What a lot of people don't know is that if you actually pre-fill the rooms with oxygen and hydrogen, it will naturally separate in how you fill it up. So before you turn it on for the first actual process of generating from generating oxygen and hydrogen from electrolyzing water, right? Because you have to feed it water. You could actually pre-fill the room so that the top is oxygen and the bottom is hydrogen, and it will naturally separate according to what you already have. So that's the trick. There's no trick. You just have to pre-fill the rooms. Two legit strats TM, only way to do it. It's a fiddle player and dancer. Oh, violin dancing chick. Interesting. I've never seen her videos. I probably should check it out. I remember when that group of girls and did like violin, but it was like more hip hop. It was pretty cool. Doing good. Spent like 20 bucks on DLC for Civ 6. Hey, on the Steam sale. None of the DLC works and it's non-refundable. So 20 bucks down the drain. What? The DLC doesn't work? Oh, that's a meme. Dude. I didn't think the Civ franchise would shaft you like that. Feels bad. I'm going to see Stormy next week, if anyone knows who that is. Yeah, who that is. I need more hours in the game, but never thought about that. Hey, that's the afternoon. But yeah, now you know. Now you know. You actually only need to prime one of the rooms. That makes sense too. That if you have the element in one of the rooms, the other one goes into the other. I love allures on dance. Nice. Alinda knows. I see you guys over there. You guys have that music? Okay, so we have our element types. Chlorine and then carbon dioxide. So we don't need to do this anymore. Let's cut the wire. So Ruby over here, it's not just running for no reason. Let's remove that. Let's remove the pump. Actually, we'll leave it there. So we have chlorine on here. There's nothing on this side yet. And then CO2. So we have our two gases already. So we can actually just remove this. And then we'll just wait until we have a petroleum here, and then we'll move the gas pipe in. And then it shouldn't be too hot. We'll get ready for it now. And I think we'll do top bubble. Oh, I can't build in there. What a meme. Okay. So I have to go around. That's fine. Alright, so it's not connected, so that won't break my vacuum yet. And then, yeah, we're waiting for that. Sweet, sweet. But dude, hope you have a nice time, Melinda. That's great news. You get to have some fun again, doing some of the things you love to do. Sounds like you're really into music, which is awesome. But yo, man, hope you have fun. And of course, are you going to do the thing with your phone and just record from the mosh pit? That's one of the things, man. I feel like everyone does that nowadays. You just bust out their phone during a concert and start recording. Hope you get some nice viral moments, if that's a thing they do. I'm like 8 years behind mainstream pop music is my current music taste. Hey, I see you over there. One time I was at a concert and there was a guy next to me, and y'all gotta understand, when I was in a concert, I was like back 10 years ago. And you know what he was doing? This motherfucker was playing Clash of Clans on his iPhone. I was like, we're here at a concert, man. What are you doing? The motherfucker was playing Clash of Clans, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Nope, nope, nope. Aww. No, you broke the rules. Okay, he didn't plan it. He didn't plan it. Right side, please. Right side. That pip, dude. Needs to plant on the right tile first. Alright, he's good, he's good. We probably don't need to fill this up anymore. Just drop the seeds. And then this room should be fine. Once we get the pipeline in, we'll start moving in the water. Oh, we could just move in the water from here into the pipeline. Hey, that's probably the strat. Alright, so we'll just put this here. Green, and then it's a one-line setup. So I probably just do like that. Just bridge it on. And then we'll just cut the line so it's not connected yet. Gotta do this guy. Gotta start moving this guy to the top. So let's go with this. Copy, paste. Let's put another 50 seats here. Alright, so we could remove this setup now. And then that means this guy's gonna get wrangled. This is also gonna be turned off. And then we're gonna move him to here and he'll start planting the top. He should have enough time to work on this because this guy's like 7 trees ahead. And it should work out. So we removed a lot of the airflow tiles there and the whatnot. Let's add another layer here. As we should, and then we get to remove the doors and stuff here. We're not gonna need the doors anymore. Bleach stone, 80 kilograms, not bad. Oh my god, I still play Clash of Clans. They have Town Hall 15 now. I remember when I was only 10. That was a long time ago. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Guys, people of chat, do you think the world has gotten more productive with the introduction of phones and smartphones to our daily lives? Or do you think it's gotten worse? How do you guys feel about that? I should probably deck out my Great Hall a little bit. It's gotten worse in your opinion. Hey. I see you over there. Oh, we're gonna need juice right here. I forgot about that. Alright, I could probably remove this setup and have these doors off of the backside line now that we have this here. And then this should be connected now. So all we need now is a little bit of juice. And it's gonna be nighttime. Okay. So, oh, they broke one of my mesh tiles. That's rude. Oh, my solar panel's heating up. They broke one of my mesh tiles. Much more productive, but much more stress from the job. Technology has made things easier. So it's made life harder, but also easier then, right? That's probably what the general consensus is. That yes, it's made improvements, but at the same time, life has gotten, I guess the standards has gotten really high. And we haven't caught up with it and have regressed probably at certain parts. I guess it's very much messed up our expectations. That's probably the best way to put it. Our expectations for that's a lot different probably. I need to make sure this is iron. Connect that. Cat videos, right? So good. All the cat videos. We're watching Mamba at the bottom right now. Watch the black cat sleep. He is a darker color than Phantom Black. You stare into the Mamba, it's actually staring at a color of black that's darker than the black hole. And we're good. Sweet. Alright, so that's going to be automation here. We wanted to pull the power, right? So, because of how this is going to be an issue, right? Let's run this in here. We're not going to power these doors. It shouldn't matter, right? So I should just go like this. Since there's no automation here, this being powered actually isn't a big deal. And then we just need to start setting up the automation wires here. So this would go up. And then go into here. Here. And then do these two. And then we just don't connect them yet. Should be fine. It's become harder due to the ease of access, which drives the expectation of productive work higher. Oh yeah, that's true. I feel like it's also created a sense of like, I guess for lack of better words, it feels like there's more people trying to exploit the system nowadays. I think it's made things easier, but people dumber. That makes a lot of sense. Or people didn't become dumber. They were always just as dumb, but the internet has made it so that we could see it all happen now. And we could record everything that used to be a meme story. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, we're going to do something weird. There's power here. There's juice. So we're going to cut the line. And we're going to use this on the other line. So that this line has juice. And then we're going to use that as a power source. Right? So this is going to be meteor showers. And then we're going to automate this. So we need to attach the power line. All right. So now we get solar panel light. Oh, there's oh, it's not connected. Oh, Pepega. Oh, it's not. Oh no, it is right here. Ah, yes, that's fine. That's fine. Wait, not this one though. Not this one. And then we just need to build the power line over here. We have power, but I want to replace some of the things. And because of the solar panel shenanigans, I will have to mine this out manually. Alright, so my network is at 28.5%. Once this opens, this is 0.5. This should probably go up once the doors are open all the way. And maybe we want to extend out the door crushers on the left side. Also, this one needs to be redone. Oh no, that's already on Big Mamba 2. This is on gas or meteor showers. Meteor showers. Okay. So that's there now. Scanning network is still pretty garbage. It's a better height discrepancy. How come it's so weird? All right, let's mine out the regolith because we have to. Yeah, look at this. It's still really garbage. Industrial machinery. Rocks or tiles obstructing the views. Maybe we really do just have to make the muncher setup expanded. Alright, so let's add a couple more then. So let's go up to here. Just go across, right? So let's go out to here. Have the doors. And then let's put some ladders here so that they have access. This is still garbage, dude. Why is this so bad? I just want to detect meteor showers a little bit faster. Alright, so the cables are still being worked on. We don't need any of this. The dupes are all pretty bad as well. Nothing I want to take. Should be fine. I might want to make an automatic drowning room for these hatches now. I hate to say that, but all of the spots are maxed out 8 out of 8 now. Oh, this one is here. Alright, let's start wrangling them. And I'm going to make a drown box just because I think it's going to be necessary. So we are going to do a drown box room right here because we can. And it's going to be a 2-tile setup. We're going to put a critter drop-off. We're going to have to remove this tile. Sweep out the abyssalite. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to remove all the abyssalite in the game into this tile. So we're going to want to close these doors. Copy-paste. Doors are locked. Now this is going to be miscellaneous abyssalite. So because we're in a vacuum, I am hoping that there's not going to be any heat transfer calculations because of that. Meaning the game should be less laggy. Of course, though, we don't really know about that. This is just what I'm hoping for. So we'll have to see, right? Alright, so reminding that moving the abyssal light out, and then we'll have all that swept up as a result. We're going to need a bottle emptier over here to do the auto drowning setup. And of course, this is going to be a door. And then we'll have to close that once we have enough liquid in here, and just waiting for that to be built. We're going to automatically manually drown our stone hatches now. Might as well. And if this is maxed out, we are going to have the egg just go into a drowning room properly. We just want to increase the amount of eggs we have. And then we just want an incubator room just because. So I think we have everything analyzed, right? Yep, we even have the tear analyzed. So we have everything. We have the volcanic planet, flipped asteroid, the living planet right here. That's probably what? Radioactive ocean. Rocky asteroid, the Badlands. Gas giant, I don't even know what that is. Ice giant, rhyme. Got a lot of the planetoids. Transfer with the tile it sits on, I think. Not for science. Oh, I see. We could probably replace that then with an airflow tile like that. We'll do it like that. And then if the abyssal light falls down, they'll sweep back up anyways. No, I was just memeing. It was the volcanic planet, so I was just memeing. It wasn't actually the flip planet. wasn't actually. Alright, so I'm hoping that this has scan range. This is a 28% though. Because I'm thinking I get a 28 plus 28, I get a better percentage. But it's not looking that great right now. I do want to open up these rockets. So I'll probably have to take this signal and make an AND gate automation. It's an OR gate automation I'm looking for, funny enough. Okay, so it's basically this. And then we need the automation wire here. And then here. And then we have to cut that short. Hey, look at that jebaited turkey. That's a great emote. Do the telescopes interfere? No. It shouldn't. But either way, I don't think it's really going to matter. I could remove this now because it's no longer necessary. We don't need the oxygen anymore. And, yeah. We did all the scanning. So I could just have the telescope building, but it doesn't need to actually do anything anymore. That means I could just build it underground. Save some space. Can I build this next to the virtual planetarium? No, it's too tall. I need it in a spot that's like just out of nowhere. Put it here for the memes. So we need to have the telescope so we could open up this star map. But since we scanned everything, it's no longer needed. So we're just going to relocate it. Don't even have to power it anymore. So by doing that, we can remove the doors, make it a little bit better. Redo the wires here too, make it a little bit more sweet. Cut up some of the other things. This is ready. So the wire bridge is going to get removed. And then we're just going to attach this to the other line. So technically it's like that. Take this, pull it through. Deconstruct those power lines because it's not needed anymore. Oh, and there's no batteries. My bad. Alright, so you have batteries reconnected, so everyone has juice again. There we go. No incoming meteors, please. Power line is set. Okay. Gotta wait for the dupes. So we want to do this so that we could open up these doors. Hopefully for some accuracy for the space scanners. And it's the same type of setup for the crushers. Since light is going to shine through, I'm hoping that does not actually block the space scanner. Feels bad if it does, though. Alright, so I do want to start mining this. I think the regolith up there we can't do anything about due to the fact that it's coming off from the side of the map. So we'll just mine everything else below it. Looks like the pipeline here is actually somewhat ready, which is pretty impressive. Oh, and is this ready? It is! Sweet! Okay, so that means I could do this now. And then I could deconstruct this. Autosave lags, let's wait. Oh! Maxed out on the oil! Oh my god, good thing I checked. Almost a travesty. And then this is 1900 grams. I don't have to worry about off-gassing in here, even though it's hot. Red arc light. Solar panels do interfere. I think they need to be 14 tiles apart. But it's not in that range, right? So as long as my space scanners are at the level or above the solar panels, I should be fine. Right? Because it's supposed to be like this. Right? It's a V shape like that. And then since light goes through the mesh tiles and an open door, it should not actually impede anything. There is this closed door that might slow me down, though. I see you, though, red arc light. I see you over there. Alright, so this is good. We could reconnect this now. Here. We can make oxalite. Alright, so we are not going to allow oxalite deliveries yet, because I need to figure out the amount. And then from here... Yeah. So what we will do is... Does the conveyor meter cause heat? It does not generate heat. Oh, that's good. Let's test it for science. I see you over there. So the problem is that when I lift off, I have a feeling that I'm going to boil my petroleum accidentally and make sour gas. I don't want that. So I want to make a system that allows me to refill when full. I probably have to do something like that. Since I want this in a vacuum, I'm probably going to want it up here. 2 tiles should be good. And we'll do a reservoir. And that means I want the pipeline to go through here. So we go in, yeah, like this. And then this comes in straight up to here. From here, we do obsidian. And then we have a second line that goes into these two. I want that to be obsidian so that I don't have a problem. We have 100 tons of obsidian, so I should have enough for the Great Monument still. And then we have to manually deliver the oxalite. I probably need ladders for those. To deliver those oxalites. And then I want to have this flow back. And then how do I want this to work? So this has priority. We have a 5-ton storage limit. And then we do that setup. So this yields into the line, and we should be okay. Have that. I might need ladders here. Same thing on this side. Alright, that should be good. That should be good. Alright, so we're still building that, still building the other things. I have to wait for the dupes. Still a bad quality, so we're going to try to open up these doors, hopefully get some good range. And then let's check out on the petroleum boiling. Hey, it's in. All right, so we could boil the oils, which is not bad. So as the petroleum spills up, it'll start to temper everything a little bit better. But it's not a lot of heat. So not really too worried about excessive amounts. Igneous there is at 177. Feels bad. It's not in the lead. Alright, so this does happen every so often. I want to say, though, once the petroleum up top starts to spill, I think it's going to auto-balance. Because the petroleum... Yeah, this is at 402.2. So this is about to flash. This is going to be where the petroleum is being generated. As we add in, petroleum moves upward. The oil becomes petroleum, basically. Yep. So a little bit becomes it, and it moves up. So we're just waiting for this to move up. And what we're waiting for is it to get over to these pipes, and it's going to heat it up. Once the oil comes in a lot warmer, it's going to be a much more streamlined process. So, since that's going to be one of the last things we need, let's start setting up the pipeline for the other things, which is going up here. So we want to go down to the bottom. Makes sense. Just go into the ladders. And we're going to need to use that line for petroleum filling. Have to fill that up with some petroleum for the rockets. Okay, that being said, we should have a line here for oxygen. So this line, we're just going to be taking from our telescope line. Since we're no longer going to use the oxygen here anyway, so we're just going to cut that line. And then we're going to... Did we build the second one yet? We did. Okay, so we could remove this now. So this telescope is gone. And then we're going to remove the power lines as well. Once we're done with that, we're going to remove the mechanized airlock and replace it with ladders. Also, the automation is going to get removed. So this is no longer needed. Cool. I'm thinking I should have a separate signal instead of just using this same one over here. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should. As of right now, we're going to use a hybrid version in the middle. Should be fine, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that also means the power here is going to be removed. And then the pit planting. He did not plant the first one because he can't. There we go. We got this done. Airflow here, which is good. We need to redo these ladders. These doors. This needs to be airflow here. It's coming together. I can't complain. This is fine. Alright, so we removed the telescope. Still could use the star map. We don't need to have vision. We just have to have the building. And then that allows us to actually tap into the star map, which is what's important. Waiting for the Petro line to be finished. And then petroleum is creeping up. Creeping up. Once we get the second eruption, though, I think it's going to steady out a little bit better. Alright, Mr. Pip. I need you to complete the mealwood farm. I'm going to start auto-harvesting this. And then we have a lot of mealwood still. So I think we were going to remove another layer. Let's remove this layer. Should be fine. And then after that, I think we're going to be steadied out. There is a little bit of pea water that's coming in. We don't need to add anymore since this is active now. I wouldn't mind melting some pea ice, though, just to have for the area. Not because I want to cool it down, but because I just want to melt the ice and utilize it. Presto! It's Petro. Dude, I made some pesto the other day. Not gonna lie. I've been thinking about it since apparently tomato sauce kind of ruins my acid reflux. So I've been looking into alternative pasta sauces. It's been not bad. Can't complain. The dupes gotta build what they gotta build. No juice, yeah, that's another thing we're gonna need. Do I have juice from here? Theoretically, I could. I don't know if I should, though. That's the problem. Because this is always going to be pumping. The aqua tuner is going to be the what makes or breaks us. And we are 175. That's basically if everything is working together. This is not a lot of juice. Oh yeah, and these two, 480 watts. I'm actually good. Never mind. I'm actually fine. I thought I didn't have enough juice, but I actually did. Alright, so we just put this in and just go in like that. We get to remove this line now because it's no longer needed. And these batteries as well. Alright, the dupes just need to get to work right now. For the most part, we did a lot of mopping here. This is the ice biome. I should just spill out the water. Autosave lag. There we go. So let's just mine this out. We're probably not going to use that to jump across. Although we can, I don't think it's worth it. And then we're not going to mop anything up here. We're just going to mine it out. We come through the right side of the neutronium, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think I want to do that. So we're doing that. The mule got reduced. My K counts are a little bit too high up, but it is what it is. Another plant. Nice. We got 64 seeds. He's just looking like he's a little bit lazy. Oh, can he not plant there because of the neutronium? Oh, you can't. This is 3 tiles long. Feels bad. All right. I got it. I got it. He actually can't plant there. Oh, no, he can. Planting a seed? The pinch of pepper nut's just going to clip through. I want to see this happen. No, he stopped. Oh, he decided to plant the seed and then gave up. Okay, so maybe he can't. Alright, we'll replace that with a regular tile then. There's a good chance that he just can't plant that because of the neutronium in the way. Oh, this guy's in here without a suit. They need to fix that, man. People have clay. Y'all need to fix this bug. He's coming in here without a suit on, dude. That's illegal. Little Susumu, sneak it in through the cracks. Little Susumu, man, I don't know how you're doing this. You're coming in without a suit on. That's illegal. We even had suits. That's the worst part. Alright, so let's add in airflow tiles here. Because I don't want solid tiles. And then plant that. He'll have 2 tiles there. Now he should be fine. I do need to have this here. And then the bins as well. Alright, because we need to plant that side, which is not too bad. Auto harvest, so let's go. Lazy pips, man, it'd be like that sometimes. Pipeline's almost done. Pipeline's almost done. We can almost start pumping in the water. I just realized how much power I'm gonna need here. I might think about expanding out my power box. Add a couple more transformers into here. Nothing wrong with a little bit of transformers. Checkpoint to a dupe sensor to force one address at a time. Fight the lag, dude. But that creates lag by fighting the lag. I'm just kidding. I don't even know if it does. I see you though with the thought process, geek. Even if Pincha, even if Pincha would be planted, it would be refused to grow because it would stay buried. Oh, because it's entombed. Gotcha. I can't even reach that. I gotta build a tile there for that to work. That's funny. Alright, he's planting a seed. I think we could remove it now. Gotta make lag to remove lag. So are we looking for net positives? Seed generated like this last play. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. At least now we know. So I can't use water, though. I just realized that. So you gotta spend money to make money. That's another statement. I think this is not gonna work. And it's gonna be due to the fact that this is water, and I want to use polluted water. Because I need the freezing point. So that means I need to do something about the water in here. Well, that sucks. We got a strat with the mesh tiles, probably. It'd probably be faster to just drain it, man. Real talk. So let's build a layer here with a lip. And just let the water drain. And then we'll re-vacuum it out. Probably be the easiest way to do it. Lag give you time to pause and consider your next moves. I see all over there anti-social. Kind of like chess. You gotta think on your opponent's turn so that no time goes off of your clock. Sometimes you gotta follow the chess strats. If they need to fix this, there is no issue in the past. Yeah, I don't know why. It's only been a recent issue since I read that in the patch notes. Can you plant something on top of pincher pepper nuts too? Plants on both sides. You can, but it counts as 2 plants, right? So for the pit planting mechanics, what you do is from this tile, right? You have a plant at the bottom. So within that box that you have, you're going to have 2 plants on it now, which means you get to plant fewer plants. So if you have 1 tile that you want to plant on top and bottom, you can. But actually, yeah, I think you can. I don't think I've ever done it, but I'm pretty sure you could plant on the bottom and top of the same tile. I might be wrong, though. Someone correct me, please. But yeah, because of how the pit planting rules are, you can't really abuse that well, if that makes sense. Yeah, pit planting mechanics was the only thing I thought would mess things up. Yep. Even buried plants counts, like a covered hold tile with some tile. Oh, so if you drop sand on top of a mealwood and it's entombed. Wait, doesn't that ruin the plant, though? You know what I mean? If sand falls on top of a plant and it becomes a buried object, when you dig it out, don't you also dig out the plant? What's going on, Corny? I see you over there. Welcome back. I see you over there. Hope you're doing well, and of course, happy Mondays. You guys know what I'm talking about? It will be the latter. Wait. So sand falls down on the merge seed right here, and it's growing, right? And then I dig out the sand because it has a buried object in it. The sand gets dug out. Oh, you could dig the sand and cancel the uproot. Oh. I see. So it would be like... It'd be like this. I would dig, and then I would go into the plant overlay, and then cancel the uproot, like that. Kind of a deal. I see. I didn't even think about that, but that's true. Yeah, that works. Yeah, there's a lot of cases like this in Waterweed on Oceania. I see you guys. I ran into that trying to preserve plants for achievements. Oh. I imagine you were doing locavore so that you don't farm, so you have to take all the natural growing plants, I imagine. That makes a lot of sense, though. Oh, look at that petroleum. It's climbing up. We just need this to start spilling over and we're done. That's all we need, man. Just a little bit of spillover. You can select the plant tile behind the tile. Yeah, you can. I just didn't think about that at all. Plant achievements. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. If the tile is what is outside of the plant's temperature range, though, it could overheat and die. But that feels consistent. Oh, it should die. You don't know if it does, but it should. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If you're entombing something, the temperature is about the same. Or it should be about the same. So if it does, that makes a lot of sense that it should. I see you guys, man. We're figuring things out. Okay, so I need to make my kill box. I gotta watch over this because of I don't want too much oil there to overfill the tile. Actually, let's not use oil. Let's use a heavy liquid that's not water. And in our case, it's probably brine that we have a lot of. Do you have brine that's not spilled out? I don't. Okay. So let's look at my liquids. I have salt water. I guess that's fine. We'll put salt water here. And then we'll drip water on top afterwards. Okay, so the petroleum boiler should be done. We're building the pipeline to pump everything out. It's almost done. Power line should be about done. I just have to connect it. And then I also need to have an automation wire in here. I didn't realize that. It's going to be like this, and then we're going to be utilizing a hydro sensor. Locked. Should be fine. Makes the meat juicier as well. I see you over there, afternoon. Do you pre-marinate your critters in salt water so that you are putting the meat in a brine for more flavorful barbecue? Only the real cooks in chat know about the brine strat. You gotta put the food in a brine, man. Otherwise, it's not as juicy or flavorful. I do. My 2 gases are in the pipeline. Chlorine and carbon dioxide. We're just waiting. Pipeline's already built. I just need to wait for the liquids to fill in, and then we got it. Brine cooks faster, too. I see you over there, Kios. I see the people in chat, man. How do you guys make your brine in real life? Not in-game, but in real life. I've seen people make a brine to marinade by adding sugar, which I was like, what the hell? Sugar? I put salt, dude. But apparently it's strat. I didn't know about that. People put salt and sugar in their brine mixture sometimes. I just always thought it was weird. But apparently it's a thing. Yeah, they put sugar and salt in their brine when they're marinating their foods. It's a strat, man. It's a strat. Apparently it's a popular strat. People do it. It's a different dimension of flavor. They use salt and sugar to cure the meat as well. Alright, so we're going to deconstruct this, and then we're going to have to rebuild the tile. I think it depends on what you're brining. Ah, that's true. That's true. I didn't really think about what they're brining, but it's like some sort of raw meat. So chicken, pork, beef, maybe even goat or lamb is what I typically see. Alright, oxygen's going to come in. We're not going to be able to build this in time, but we're going to break the vacuum. That's fine. What's going on, Jack? Oh, water's spilling in. Feels bad. Messed up. No, the vacuum's broken. That's fine. Let's make this a priority 9. We have liquid in here already. Let's add in the bottle emptier. And then we're going to have to pump this out, which shouldn't be too bad. Let's take this. Pull this out to here. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll just take this regular wire line and just attach it. Like if you're doing a sweeter chicken, smoky sweet barbecue, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I've seen people do it for just savory meats because they don't plan on adding sugar. But I think the logic is that the sugar adds more flavor. So instead of adding it in the dish, it's already in the meat. I might be wrong though. How you doing, Jack? Hope you're having a good Mondays. Did you see the stats on Reggie Bullock? I'm not kidding, man, when I'm saying that y'all need to get a better starting guard than Reggie Bullock. You know who would be amazing on Dallas? I hate to say it. It's Buddy Hield. You need someone who's confident to just take shots, man. That's kind of what you guys need. And then I'm hearing talks that you guys want to get Kemba Walker. Oh, dude, I think that's going to be a bad move. Kemba has not been effective on any team he's played on in the last 5-6 years, I think. Like, he was on Boston, he was on New York, and his name never pops up, even though he's on some of the, better teams out there. I don't know. How do you feel about the Kemba Walker rumors? Mark Cuban said some good things. I don't know if he actually believes it or if he's just saying that for the media. We need another creator slash ball handler. I'm like, wait, isn't that what Spencer Dinwiddie does? It just feels weird. They're looking for answers. NBA is hard because there aren't many C-tier players. It's as B's and F's. As A's, B's, and F's. I think it's also because it's a weird contract season. Like, this wave of free agency has no one that's really that great. That's probably the biggest thing about that. You don't have a lot of players that are willing to sign with Dallas as a first decision, and then you have a set of players that are locked out because, well, their contracts. And then I also feel like it's because it feels like one of those. Do you remember the meme about, oh, it's a LeBron team, right? You have to play a little bit differently when you play with LeBron. Like, he has that stigma. Like, if you play with LeBron, you have to play a different way than what you're used to. I feel like it's the same with Luka. I feel like it's the same with Luka, man. It feels bad. Like, not that it feels bad, but he's so good that you want to play the way he plays, but it also means that no one else has a shot of being like the captain, the big shot of the team. And no one wants to come in knowing they want to be, second, third string. Who would have been great, though, was Jeremy Grant. If you guys would have signed him instead of Portland over the offseason, that would have been nice. You could push down a wing to a guard position, have the oversize. Just have to worry about speedy small guards now at that point. Which is not a lot. I mean, there are a couple, but, I mean, Dirk won a ring. Not a lot of players could say that. Like T-Mac, stay with a franchise and then win a ring. I mean, he got the ultimate, man. He got the chip. Placeholder crown molding stops pips. Yes. So the pips and the pip planning, anything that's a blueprint or a actual buildable tile on top of it stops them from planning. However, most blueprints they will build. So crown molding allows you to put these there so that the pips, don't plant it there because it's a blueprint. However, since crown moldings have to be built on the bottom side of a tile, it never is going to be built. So a lot of the times you could use this. The only downside is that the dupes will actually put the materials inside, so you still have to sweep it up. So the crown molding costs 100 kilograms. I chose granite, and the dupes filled it up, so it's ready to be built, but it could never be built because it's in a bad position. So you can use this, but you still have to sweep. So it saves you a trip, kind of, not really. Oh, I thought I saw CO2 in here. I got worried. Wait. Why is there no hydro pump on your spawn? Corny. Why is there no hydro pump? Are we talking Pokemon? Blastoise uses hydro pump? What are we talking about, Corny? Let me know. Ask again, please. I don't think I understand what you're looking at. They have to be careful. They can't dirk them. Dude, Jack. There's like a handful of players that would be great on Dallas. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. If the Clippers blow up and you guys get some of their players, you guys would be a contender instantly. But that's never gonna happen. Portland blows up and you guys get Jeremy Grant. Could be nice. If you guys actually got Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, that would have been ultimate meme. Because like a lot of people compare LeBron and Luka just because of their stat lines, right? Walking triple double. And the Lakers need that because it's inside outside. presence. But the funny thing is that Luka's just kind of like LeBron. So they actually benefit from that as well, I think. And after that, they just need to have someone that cuts really well. I don't think Dennis Schroeder is what you need, but that's kind of the player. Someone that tries to utilize his speed a little bit more. That way, you kind of have like an X factor throw out some of the other players like plays and whatnot. But yeah, Dallas, man, they're waiting for the right time. Hopefully, you guys have enough time. I'm really close to being done with my playthrough, though I would be smart and use the cargo rocket module. Not a great plan. Hey man, it's up to you. The cargo modules are pretty sweet if you're doing like a spacefarer base setup, because you just use the oxygen cargo tank and just fill that up with oxygen, so you could live in there for like 50 cycles. Because you hold what 7,000 kilograms of oxygen. That's easily 60 cycles. I'm sorry, 100 cycles. Because 7,000, you consume 60 kilograms per cycle per dupe. So 100 cycles, and then you have change still. So it's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Oh, this needs power. I didn't even consider that. I could make solar panels here, but I don't want to. We'll just pull it from this line. And maybe have more of the doors come from this setup instead. Which makes a lot of sense. Oh, the crushers didn't actually set up properly. I might want to have to redo this then. Alright, that's fine. So, let's go into this. And then that should be fine. It spreads the crap all over the asteroid. I'm thinking about the cargo deploy module. Oh! If you have the payload opener, your duplicates will pick it up and bring it to the machine and open it a little bit better. If you want to have a centralized opening spot. And it opens the payload very fast compared to how it normally does. So that is an option if you want to check that out. Alright, so with the lag... Goddamn, that's a lot of lag. Alright, so... 16. 2 tiles. I think we're going to have another suit line on the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we have the checkpoint. And then we have to build this out. And then we'll have a way to go up and down. Actually, I don't know about that. I will build out the tiles. I think I'm going to want to put a liquid lock here. But I want to mine this out first. You don't have to have it. Your duplicates could open the payloads without it. It just makes it easier. Don't know if that's what you're looking for, but that is an option. Because you're sending goods from asteroid to asteroid, right? But the problem is that they're landing all over the top, and then your duplicates have to go outside with the suits on, camp it out, and open it, and it becomes a pain. Yeah, the payload opener makes it so that you could centralize that a little bit better. Alright, so I need to start removing this setup. We could go across, so it's not too bad. So I do want to remove these mechanized airlocks. No, you deployed it from the rocket. Did you hit the emergency exit? You hit the emergency exit button? Damn, I see you over there. Does chlorine room kill germs out of polluted water if it's in a container? Of course, yes. It cannot be moving in the pipeline. That's the big thing. So if you have your liquids looping through a pipeline, so instead of being in a reservoir, it's coming in and teleporting out, nothing happens. You have to have it not moving in the water like this. The liquid has to be just not moving inside the reservoir. It is the ice asteroid. No, deployed from the star map just like a rover. Did you use your rocket as a beacon? That's what it sounds like. But I see you over there, Xandroff. Maybe you did use it like a beacon. That kind of makes sense. I see you. I see you. I honestly almost never do that though. Not because it's like a bad strat or anything. It's kind of messy. But I see people do that. It's not a bad strat. Oh, meteor shower's coming. Okay. I was doing what you did in your Green Mamba run, did not see. Yeah, I don't like the strat. I don't like the strat. I think it's unnecessary. I guess that's the big thing. I was getting building materials so I could do a rocket platform. Oh, so yeah, I just deconstruct my rovers and I get the material from that. So if you didn't know, you get your resources back if you deconstruct the rover that you've launched from your rocket from. And if you build both your Trailblazer and your rover module out of steel, you have enough for a rocket platform. And then you still need mats for ladders. If you didn't know, you can climb on top of the platform, so it's not a bad strat. Oh, do you know about the glitch to rocket setup? Xandroff? It helps you on the DLC. So when you're building your rocket, when you have the blueprints in, you can actually move the engine to the top. Right? Well, not the top, but what you want to do is have your Spacefarer module at the bottom. There's an exploit you could do for that. And when you do that, you don't need ladders to get back onto the rocket anymore. Because when you build your rocket platform, right? Your rocket lands right on top, right here. And your duplicates could climb up into it without ladders. If you build your rocket platform on the ground. So if this is the ground right here, and then your rocket platform is 2 tiles tall, right? Your duplicates could climb onto the rocket platform and just go in. If you do the glitch I'm talking about. Something to check out. We like to put the engine on top. Hey man, you put the salad on top, I'm gonna send it back. Salad on the side. You put the dressing on top, I'm gonna send it back. Yeah, I know what it is. If I don't like it, I'm gonna send it back. Salad on the side, please. What's that dish he says? Anyone know what I'm talking about? What's that dish that Michael Scott says? I want the... What's that dish? I keep forgetting. I want the gooba gob. No. The gabagool. Hey, the gabagool. There we go. I want the gabagool. Hey, Uglarvis with a gift sub. Thanks so much. Suki, enjoy the emote. T20 ad free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But you know who to thank. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Uglarvis. Appreciate the support. The orbital cargo mod is what I'm talking about. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't use that often. Because I used the other strat instead. Just deconstruct the rover Trailblazer module, get a rocket platform, have a bottom base Spacefarer, and just walk in without ladders. What does it mean to have red balloons? That one of my duplicates was very happy and he was passing them out. So one of my dupes is a balloon artist, not this guy. So when my dupes are happy, and your dupes are happy when you go into your skills tab, and the number on the left right here is their morale, right? Is how much morale they have. And then the right side is how much they need. So when you have a lot more morale than how much they actually require, they're happy. And that also requires you to have no stress. Once that happens, clicking on the dupe, if you go into their bio, they have something called an overjoyed reaction. Hover over super productive. This duplicate is super productive when they're overjoyed. That happens at the start when they wake up from bed. And it lasts for a full cycle, depending on which one it is. Usually about a cycle. So if you have staggering bedtimes, they're going to do the check for the buff at different times of the day. So it depends on your schedule when they actually check for the buff. But yeah, that is overjoyed reactions. There's, I think, 5 of them. Sticker bomber. Oh, someone's trapped. Nope, they lied. Sticker bomber. What else is there? Sticker bomber, balloon artist, sparkle streaker, yodeler. Is there only 4? Sticker bomb, streak, balloon, super productive, and then yodeler. 5. Yeah, 5, 5, 5. So if you get happy dupes, they'll do one of those 5 things if you're playing on the DLC as well. But yeah, that's the overjoyed reaction. It's pretty sweet. Because I've seen it in my guy a few times. Yeah. So the balloon actually gives you a buff. Let me see if anyone has it right now. So Sparkle Flattered, if someone has Sparkle Streaker, you could buff your dupes for athleticism. I think the balloons are glitched out. Sometimes the dupes hold on to the balloons even though they don't have the buff anymore. No one has the buff. Feels bad. So the buff we're looking for is called Balloon Buddy. And Balloon Buddy gives you plus stats to a lot of different attributes, and it's pretty sweet. Dude, no one has it. No one has it. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. Balloon artist. This guy's the guy passing out balloons. Does that mean this guy... Nope, doesn't have it. Feels bad. No one has the buff right now. People have the balloon, but no one has the buff. But yeah, it's overall a good thing. You don't have to worry about it. It's always going to be net positive. There's really no downsides to it a lot of the time. So yeah, honestly, don't have to worry about it too much. Alright, we're going to want to trim this down. And then we want to remove as much as we can. Oh, we added in too much water again. F, dude. Every time. This is a flooded building now. I didn't know. Yeah, all good, Castro. No worries. If you have questions, let me know. Chicken piccata. Nah. It was the gabagool. It was the gabagool. I want the gabagool. And if you don't got the gabagool, I'm going to send it back. What? He's not drowning? Oh, that guy's immortal, dude. Alright, we're gonna take him out. Not actually drowning, dude. That's illegal. Alright, we're gonna do it like this. This guy's... He grew gills, dude. There's 2 of them there. One of them sleeping. One of them just chilling. Hatchlander. Dude, he grew gills, dude. It's because of the airflow tile. No, I think it's because of how drowning works in this game. Critters only drown in full tiles, I believe. So they could walk in water and not drown, and it's fine. But they need to be 1,000 kilograms in that tile. Or there's another strat. The other strat's a little bit weird, though. Oh, they just dropped the smooth baby inside. Feels bad. There could only be one. Alright, so I need to mop this up. Anybody, please? We gotta mop it up. Too much water. Building's flooded. And it's gonna continue to be flooded until all the water's gone. Any moppers in chat? Help me out, help me out. No moppers, dude. Feels bad. There we go. So we gotta mop up everything. Otherwise, the problem still occurs. So the critter drop-off building is gonna be flooded until all the water's gone. That's just how the game works. It's really weird. Akils, how's my dupe doing? Akils, did you want a shirt? I think he's doing alright. Did you want any type of clothing or hats, man? This is you, buddy. Let me know if you want a hat or if you want a different outfit. We gotta look for him, though. Hakios is Gossman. That's actually just a Gossman. Okay. Oh, my dupes are idle? Oh, that's illegal. We can't have that. No idleness, please. We gotta continue sweeping. And then even more sweeping. Sure, you want a hat? Gotcha, gotcha. You have a preference, man? You got a demolition hat, you got the trucker caps, the chef's hat, or the mining caps. Let me know. Oh, and I was also converting sand into glass. Dude, that glass is at 90. Trucker! Alright, we got you. Doesn't matter what he does. He's not actually set up. It doesn't matter what he does. I have so many dupes, the priorities are actually not set up. So, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. I'm sorry. Dude, where's your dupe, though? That's the only real problem we have. We have so many dupes, it's hard to find them. Wait. I could just do it here, right? Yeah. So, trucker hat. Let's go. The lumber is fine. Sweet, sweet. Look at this guy. He's just relaxing, dude. With the shades on. I got you, the Keels. You doing well today, man? You having a good Mondays? Hope you're doing well. Can always find from the food menu. Oh, that's true. That's another thing. Alright, so this is vacuumed out now. We could remove this. Remove the pump. Power, insulated, vent. We need a little bit of water here. We're going to do that more properly this time. Probably just Petro pump this. Just use this as a water source. Yes, I am. Hey, no, as for Ducky, oh man, they're taking turns. Dr. Evil lives at a dorm, so, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. I took your advice, and I'm running my colony with 25 dupes instead of 20. How is it? How's it working out so far? Hopefully it's an easier time. Hopefully it is. It's better, yeah. Sometimes having the manpower is all you need. It's kind of crazy, man. The difference a little bit of manpower makes. Some people just like to have certain values. I use increments of 4. Auntie is probably using increments of 5, which is fine. There's no real right or wrong way for that, right? It just ends up being preference. And then I actually need this to be steel. Feels bad. I don't want this melting every time you lift off. But they increased the amount of dupes they had because they wanted more manpower. Oh, there's no power here because we didn't have the suit line, right? Okay. So in the middle of the day, I could probably do this now. So I probably want to do power like this. And then I want to cut the line. So that this has juice. Alright, this could start scanning. Alright, we're going to redo the automation here, like that. So that's on a single line now. We will cut out this one. We might want to use it later. Actually, let's cut it here. I need to basically line everything up along the similar lines. 5, 5, 5, 5. I want to do more, but I want to keep it small just to preserve resources. Yep. Everything scales up, including consumption. This is still at very bad percentage, though. Makes me want to hurry up the left side. Goals 24. 1 travel to other planetoids. Oh, that's not bad. 24 plus 1 always in a rocket. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so I want to empty this out. Please, please. Empty, empty. Salt water in the ground, that's what I need. Dude, how does it take that long? There it is. Alright, so now we need water. I gotta watch over this. Or space as needed. Not bad, not bad. That is gonna be the guy dedicated to databanks. Feels bad about that guy. Just always on the databanks. You gotta get Starry-Eyed. Starry-Eyed and Loner, dude. Starry-Eyed Loner. All the buffs. Being in space by themselves. Also give them Radiation Eater. All the strats, man. Rad Eater, Starry-Eyed, Loner. The ultimate solo mission space dude. Totem Lols, hurry up, man. Starry-Eyed Loner. Yo, man, stars are nice. Sometimes you want to be alone so that you can enjoy the peace and quiet. Alright, so we just did a 2-tile lock. So, this design right here is a great design because this is a auto drowning setup now. So this is going to be a priority 6 setup, and then we're just going to drown all the stone hatches that we have. All the adult ones only. So we're just going to capture all of these, and then if they don't drop them off in here, they're going to drop them off in here, and then they're going to evolve forcefully. I'm getting Carnivore this time. 10 dupes, cycle 59, 75k out of 400 with 4 grown hatch farms and a Paku farm. Yo, nice. I think I'm overdoing it a bit because of the 10k miss last time. Yo, man, it's better to overdo it than underdo it. You learn from the mistakes already. Tomba Twitch, and best of luck to you, man. Hopefully you get it. They give you some upside. A lot of the times, I want to say the majority of people doing Carnivore won't start streamlining their meat consumption until after cycle 50. I will say that. Afterwards, it will scale up a lot faster. So, 10 dupes, that means you're going through 10,000 kcals per cycle, and you got to survive for 40 cycles, right? 10,000 times 40 is 400,000. So it seems like you're on track. If you want, you could probably just, you know, get more dupes just to make sure. But you just got to keep up consumption and production. I mean, you got to keep up the production up so that you could keep up with the consumption. But I see you over there. Best of luck, Tomba Twitch. Fingers crossed, I know, right? Drowning auto? Right here, man. I hate that they're yodeling while doing it. So these guys are drowning now. Not because of the water amounts. You need 1,000 kilograms of water per tile. However, the problem is that you can actually stack 2 liquids like this. This is 40 grams, this is 11 kilograms. And this tricks the critters to think that they're drowning. And they actually start drowning. So by putting a kill box like this and setting the priority low, you could use this to automatically drown or kill the poor critters. So as of in here, we have 11 stone hatches learning how to swim. Rambo, though, is going to leave them unattended like a responsible lifeguard and go visit the other guys, the Drekos. You're a monster! Yes. Also, we are sticker bombers. Ratable, I'm sorry, dude. We got to reduce lag. We got to reduce lag. Okay, so now these guys are going to start drowning because we added in 1,000 kilograms here. So, we're good. These guys are auto-drowning as well. We got smooth hatch and regular hatches here. Another one bites the dust. Y'all know how it is. I don't have an FPS counter, so I don't know what my frame rate is. So you guys could tell me what my FPS is. I don't have like an FPS counter or anything like that right now. The petroleum boiler needs the eruption in a cycle. Let's go. And then we have enough heat energy to have to start streamlining a little bit faster. It's better if you don't look 100%. I believe that. FPS is off the chain right now. It's probably lower than 24 frames. Let's turn this off so we don't crush oxygen. Yeah, I don't want to crush O2. Still CO2, sweet. And then we're still removing gas on that side. We are deodorizing right here. Should be helping us out with that area. And then we're sweeping right there for now. Okay, that's not bad. Still some areas to mine up over here, though. Radabone, you doing all right today? Having a good Mondays, hopefully? Gotta get off to a good start of the week sometimes, man. Making sure the pip farms are up to snuff. Auto harvest. Gotta get the second layer of airflow tiles. I am, thank you. Good to hear, good to hear. Good to hear that you're doing well. Got off to a good start to the week. Does anyone still have leftovers from Thanksgiving if you guys celebrate it? Mines are already done. Ate that over the weekend, man. 765 DLC currently. Oh, nice. Good stuff. What part of the game are you at? Do you already have the engines, endgame rocket engines? Curious. Do you have the endgame rocket engines already? You still got leftovers. Oh, damn. If I did, it would be moldy since Thanksgiving was in October. Oh, I see you, Auntie. Got that Canadian Thanksgiving. Just rad. That's all you need. You beat the game with the Radbolt engine. That's all you need, man. Had a turkey sandwich today. Have a little bit left. Cthulhu, did you make the turkey sandwich ham, mashed potatoes, turkey, stuffing, and then dip that into the gravy? That's the only way to do it, man. Bread, mash, turkey, ham, stuffing, more bread. Press that together. Dip it into a hot dip of gravy. Bites. So it's kind of like a turkey dip. Turkey dip. That's literally what that is. The only thing you're missing now is like slices of cheese. Maybe. I'm not really that down for cranberry sauce and that. I like my savory over my sweets. That sounds amazing. I know, right? That sounds amazing. Yeah, you just combined it all, dude. Combine it all, dip it into gravy, and the gravy makes everything not as dry. That's a strat, man. Just gotta add gravy, and it's not gonna be dry anymore. Aw, I need a 0.7 cycles. Feels bad. Otherwise, this is ready. We could add more oil soon, but we just need a little bit more heat. Alright, we'll go up to 403. This guarantees boiling temp. We'll go down to 402 once all the oil goes away. Gotta have the strats. There we go. So I can go down to 402 now. There we go. It's time. We are boiling now, boys. Let's go. Now this is erupting. We can extract more heat now. Alright, so afterwards we have to make it infinite spill by putting 2 gases here. And we're almost ready for that. The only thing I might want to do is add more oil, though. I think we should be fine. We shouldn't need any more oil. Now, once we do this, we could do our rocket launch. Oh, shovel eggs. That's so much food. I'm gonna grab them. We're gonna put them here. Yeah. So we're gonna grab the shovel eggs. Alright, hopefully they move that over. So that's gonna be this guy, not the one on the left. Harold's gonna do it. We're gonna watch Harold. Harold. That's you. That's Bert. Where'd the Harold go? Do I even have the right dupe coming for the shovel eggs? Harold. There we go, buddy. Now we're gonna follow this guy because if he drops the eggs, we're in big trouble. I don't want shovels digging through my iron supply. 3 MKC wants more food? What's that? 3 MKC? 3 Mortal Kombat? Combat? Wait, what? 3 Mamba kitty cat. 3 million K-cows. Wants more food. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright, is that all 3 eggs? Yep, he's carrying all 3 eggs. Gotta make sure he doesn't drop it. And he's safe. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go. Alright, so they're in a safe spot now. Good stuff, good stuff. Now that's a little bit more food in like 20 cycles. Alright, so I do need to mine this out. We can actually launch without it. It's not a big deal. Oh, it's because there's no juice here. Oh, it's because I never reconnected the power line. And then we got hit by meteors. And that's because... Yeah, okay. That's my bad. God damn it. It's always my bad. No. The meteors are coming. Close, close. Close, close. No, they're opening and closing. Not like this. We're going to take a little bit of damage. Feels bad, man. Alright, so we are going to mine this out fast then. Looks like I'm going to have to. And let's trim it like that. We want to mine this out. Once we get rid of this, we can make a liquid lock here now and go outside. I probably have to move this back slightly. And then once we rearrange the setup, we're going to put another suit line on the left side. Needs to be done. We got to do what we got to do. Alright, so it's closed in time. Some of our ladders took damage. I do want to repair everything here. And yeah, my dupes are doing a lot of the stuff right here. Oh, he's running the wheel. It's probably fine that we don't do that right now. We have enough juice in the batteries. Then once the meteor showers then we should be in a good position. A little bit of repairing. Good stuff. Okay, okay. Alright, so let's do a little bit of calculation. So what we need to find out right now is how much fuel we're going to need. We're going to be using the Oni Fuel Calculator. It's a website on the browsers. We're going to be using a petroleum rocket with oxalite with 5 research modules. And we're going 20,000. That's the initial spot. So we need... Oh, okay. So if I go up to 2 fuel tanks... 572... 572. Okay, so this is going to be 572. This is going to be 0. This is going to be 572. And then we'll have one go to the... Actually, let me actually do 2 trips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have one at 40 with 4. So I could set up one for the 40,000. So they could do all 4 of these, and then we'll send one for these 2, and then redo it for the 30. Yeah, that should be the plan. So the 40,000, it's going to be 1098. And then that's going to be 900. So that means the top one is going to be 198, right? 900 plus 190. That goes 1098. Yeah. Should be good. Clay owes that website a debt of gratitude. That game wouldn't be playable without it at the beginning. 100%. 100%, man. Dude, no one would get into the tear. And getting to the temporal tear would be like a great accomplishment. People would be like, oh, you actually got to the tear? Actually sitting there astonished. Like, wow, that was like impossible. How did you know how much fuel you needed? People would have spreadsheets, I think. Like, I would imagine someone would become popular for making a spreadsheet. Oh, no, it's not enough juice. No, the battery banks. I have there we go. There we go. Yeah, see, Radabone has spreadsheets. Fluon probably does too. But I would imagine someone would probably like make them public, and then people would have like links to it everywhere. Like a public spreadsheet that people would have. Guys, I have to pee. I have to be right back. So We're gonna watch the dupes really quick. And sit tight. It's gonna take me 2 minutes. We back, guys. Sorry about that. I did not wash my hands for the recommended 2 minutes. Feels bad. But I did wash my hands. Guys, I have a question. So, I read the other day that we as humans might not actually require 8 glasses of water a day. Right? You guys know the saying, you have to drink 8 cups of water a day. Now, apparently someone made that up. Oh, it's flowing. Sweet. Finally gonna get the first spill. Apparently someone made that up. Alright, so it's at 320 degrees. I could actually make that hotter if I wanted to, by extending the radiant pipe a little bit early. I guess we can, but we don't need to. This is probably good enough. Yeah, this is apparently not true, dude. It's kind of wild. Apparently not true. I don't know how I feel about that. Apparently it's not true. And they did a recent study about it, right? And I don't even know if it's like you need more or less. I'm not really sure. But I got a question. How do you know when you drank enough water? How do you know when you drank enough water? Like, how do you ever know? Oh, I was supposed to replace this with airflow, and I totally forgot. I could probably do this right now. We're just gonna do that right now. Make the dupes go inside. Thug life. Big water. Yeah, man. That's the big water, babies. See, the thing is that... Is that a good indicator? Because then that means that A, you have to pee. You can't always pee on command, right? If you're gonna go off of the color of your pee. Right? It doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Hey, Mr. Panhandle, I see you over there. What is good? Howdy, friends. Howdy, Mr. Panhandle. Thank you so much for the 40 month. That's a long time, man. That's a long time to support. Enjoy the emote, the 20 dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. Appreciate the support, Mr. Panhandle. Thank you so much. If you aren't peeing, you aren't drinking enough. What if I'm stressed? And because of that, I tend to not pee or something like that. Says you, challenge accept, ask you Radabout. The conversation took a weird turn. I'm sorry, guys. Guys, did you guys hear that the 10,000 steps a day is also a lie? Apparently, back when pedometers were not a thing yet, they actually had a company, in order to increase sales, they actually released a false statement that said that you need to walk 10,000 steps a day. And the problem is that no one knew how to count their steps. So their pedometer would actually help them out with that. So they released that as a means of influencing people to purchase their products. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And that the 10,000 steps a day is a lie. It's crazy, man. So much of our life is a lie. You hear things like, oh yeah, you know what they say. And then nowadays it's like, who the fuck is they? How do we know they're not lying to us and that it's not a marketing ploy, which is 90% of the things in the world, right? Food pyramid, people blaming obesity on fat and no longer on like sugars or carbs, right? Things like that. It's crazy, man. Food recommendation, 100%, man. Food industry is wild, dude. Food industry is wild. Thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Panhandle. Appreciate the long time support. Not a lot of people could say they've been here for 40 months, man. Not a lot of people could say that. So, yo, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my man. And hope you are doing well. Drink more water, pee more often. I see. It has some lag indeed, but if thirst is not clear signal, like in hot summer, you cannot say for how you feel. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't really rely on thirst. Some people can't differentiate between being thirsty and being hungry, right? Some people are like, oh man, I need to eat something. And it's not because they're hungry, it's because they're thirsty. And then it's like whatever they eat might have a little bit of water in it, so it helps them out. Drink milk. I see a Panhandle. I see a Tomba Twitch on command of your bladder. But that's your bladder, not you. All these things are like the world is round. Who would ever believe it? I see you, Speedy V. I see you over there, man. Do you think that Clay will ever optimize this game so that you're playing late game, you could play at any speed without and with actual FPS? I think it's possible, but I think we're not at that point yet. But we're getting to that point. I feel like, so I don't know, like, aren't they using, is it Unix or is it Godot for this game? I forget. The engine that's behind this game, I believe from what I've heard, is that the engine is fine and it works, and there's multi-threading, and it's Unity, yeah, and it is not base 2. Meaning that there is more upside and potential, and if they optimize it a little bit better, it's possible. But I figure there's too many individual algorithms that's calculating constantly that although I think it's possible, it's not going to actually be something we will have until a little bit later on. I feel like they have to like optimize a lot of things still. Some of the gas movements and how the calculations work, pathing. And there's just so many calculations happening that unless they make it more efficient, which they have, right? They have made it more efficient slightly here and there. It's just not at the point where we would like it to be at. I will say that I want to think that there is the potential. We'll get to that. I just don't know how long it's going to take. I see a citrus. If your pee is the color of citrus, you should probably drink more water. Makes sense. Reminding me about the liquid airflow tile problem. It happens, man. Does coffee count as water? It's weird because coffee's a diuretic, which means that it makes your body want to absorb more water as an effect of drinking something that's in that family. So it technically acts as water, but it makes your body crave more. I don't know. So it's weird. It technically should hydrate you, but because of what it is, it's a little bit off, right? We have it entombed. What's happening? Oh, my rockets, my bad. And it's because I tied the automation here. Yeah. Be like that sometimes. Everything's Uni now, it seems. I know, right? Everything's made out of Unity engine. What a caveat. You're saying my bladder is not me? You're paying a bit too much to Rimworld. It'd be like that sometimes, man. Rimworld is the truth. Coffee's not water, but coffee does go through you fast enough and it'll make you pee. There's a lot going on in this game. It's really insane how well it works, IMO. It is. How everything works together. I think it's just because they don't want to throw this off balance, it's tough for them to maximize or make it a little bit more efficient. Yeah, so when I was in undergrad, these type of calculation in this game needed to be server-side computer. Damn! Fractal Kind Dream, man, is wild. And then they're just coding it down so it's a regular 10 gigabyte game, right? Simulations are these days, yeah. I mean, I like the simulation category, but yeah, it's tough sometimes because it's like they tend to be inefficient games. Liquids and gases are hard. Yep. No, that's solid. That's the Mighty Stoosh. I see you over there. They have games inside of games that are more complex than many Nintendo games. Yes, it is. Did you see the dev when they came out with the ribbon cable? I think the Clay devs remade Super Mario World in the game with pixel packs. And they were actually using the pixel packs and the color changes to actually do like a Super Mario game with buttons and everything. I was like, dude, that's wild. I saw another video. It wasn't a video. I saw a GIF of a guy playing Tetris on Oxygen Not Included. They remade the Tetris game and was just playing. And I was like, dude, that's insane. That's insane. They have games inside of games that are far more complex. Yep, it's crazy, man. Optimization is awesome. Yep. Gotta optimize, gotta become more efficient. It was like how the computers back in the day were. How did you get stuck, Emily? What in the world? 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy. I can't believe him. There we go. It says torso has all skills, not brain. See, the torso is how you actually use the skills. The brain's actually what sends the messages, though. I see you, though. Side note, also think so. It's so neat that people are making new games for the OG Game Boy, using the limitation of the memory size just to optimize the hell out of it. It means that the general level of knowledge is going up, right? A lot of what was, you know, developer knowledge is kind of just everyone kind of knows nowadays. That's what it feels like. People made working computers inside of Minecraft. Yeah, that too. That was also pretty wild. With the Redgate stuff. But you could only do it single player because the lag makes a lot of will make a lot of difference. When someone had the head cut off and torso had all the skills being dead, but you could resurrect it from biotech, Deathless guys, they do some weird stuff. Oh, that's crazy. All right, RimWorld's kind of wild. RimWorld's a lot different. I saw a couple of tutorials about automation, where he plays the start of Super Mario with hammers on pipes. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, when they came out with the ribbon cable stuff, the devs were playing Super Mario. I don't know how they did it. I just heard about it. I didn't actually see the video or anything like that. But I believe the devs are able to do that. Randomizers are insane. Yep, the randomizers are really cool. I used to watch a lot of the Pokemon randomizers. Yeah, Pokemon randomizers where it's at. Yep, that's what I watch a lot of in my spare time. I watch 360 Prism and Shenanigans. I want to say they're the popular ones. They do a lot of the randomizers. And it's also because they play the same genre, generation that I like. The Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 2 stuff. Everything after that is too new for me, and I was growing up already at that time. And I couldn't find time to play the games at that point. Feels bad. Feels bad. To be like that, though. That means Pawn and RimWorld could have a Skull Spike with their own skull. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. You see this, man? That's me. How would you even respond to that? Like, oh man, this guy's metal as F. Alright, so we're gonna actually make this into infinite spill now. I am going to safety save before we do it. But let's go. Can you explain the gas maze? This is not a maze. This is a petroleum boiler, and I could tell you how it works. So, first things first, let's make the connection. Oh, there's no pipe there? Memes. Ultimate meme sauce. I gotta build that. Okay, so let's explain. Infinite spill, yes. We'll show you what I mean soon enough. So right now what we have here is a petroleum boiler. You can see that we're utilizing the volcano right here. and the magma's hot, and I need to kick this on again. So what the tamer does is it opens the door, closes the door, and then a little bit of magma spills off. When that magma spills off, it touches the heatsink, and then that cools down the magma until it's at least 1400 degrees, in which it solidifies into a debris tile. When it solidifies, it's going to appear diagonally right here. So it's going to solidify now, and then you see the igneous fall down, right? That hits the wake plate, that closes the door, and the igneous pops out on the left side. This is how we're extracting the heat from the magma. So this is all done automatically until we run out of magma. So that's all we're doing right now. We're spilling out the magma, we extract the heat, and then the solid goes into the lead pool. The lead pool over here is hot, and it's because there is a lot of igneous on top of it. The hot magma stacks on top of the igneous, bringing up the average, and then we're extracting the heat from it. So it's 752, it should go up. Yep, 770, and then the overall temperature just goes up. So, bam, magma solidifies, teleports, and then we have the heat stack up on this tile. Afterwards, its heat sink ties into the bottom of the boiler setup. So, we're adding in crude oil. You see the pipeline like that. What we're doing is called a counterflow. A counterflow is a system that runs the pipeline opposite direction, so counterflow, of where the liquids is already actually occupying. So if I bring up the liquid overlay, this is all petroleum. And then at the top, it's at 400 degrees. This counterflow design comes from real life. I believe a lot of cars have this. And what we're doing is that we're tempering the liquid. So as we're piping in crude oil, you can see it's 55 degrees. It's coming in cold. And the petroleum, because of how it is, it's oil that we boil to 400 degrees, which is what we're doing here with the tiles. It's touching the oil, and then it's boiling it until it becomes liquid oil into petroleum oil, or petroleum. So, bam, liquid to liquid. And then since oil is heavier, the petroleum floats to the top. Now, after this happens, what we do is that we have to cool it down. Even with steel liquid pumps, right, we only get up to 275 degrees. So we actually can't pump up the oil. Pump up the petroleum. So what we have to do is cool it down. So as a way of cooling down the setup and to make it so that the oil boils faster, we run the counterflow. So we run the regular pipes here. I wanted to use regular pipes to save on resources. This should be radiant pipes that have more heat exchange. But by doing this, we're cooling down the petroleum that's flowing outwards. Since each platform is separated, there's no heat exchange, and because the room is in a vacuum, there's no heat transfer anywhere. So you could only transfer liquids by touching directly the petroleum liquid. So the pipeline here is touching the petroleum, and you can see the petroleum goes from 400 degrees down to 250 on the right side, goes down and drips out to here. This is at 130 degrees, and then here is at 100 degrees. And then it finally drips off into our storage tank at the bottom. So this is the counterflow system. We pump in a liquid that's at a lower temperature than the end temperature that we wanted to hit at. By running it through the same liquid as it's dripping out, we're cooling down the liquid and also heating up the oil too. The oil inside the pipe right here is at 300 degrees and not 55, meaning that this system right here does a lot less work, right? So we're cooling down something with something that we want to heat up. That means we maximize the efficiency. So this doesn't really take into account the stats of the liquid because that's not going to be negotiable. Because of how we have to use crude oil to go in, this is going to have to always be crude oil, right? Instead of whatever else we're going to want to use. You can use a different counterflow design to absorb the heat, but it'd be a little bit different. You'd probably run in like a gas, like hydrogen gas. And then you would probably run it through counterflow, and then afterwards run the hydrogen gas line through a steam turbine box if you want to extract that for energy or something else. But yeah, that's the counterflow design. And this is not a gas maze because this is actually a vacuum, right? This is all a vacuum, unbreathable. So if I bring up the gas overlay, there's no gases except right here. This is where we're making the infinite spill design. So this is your normal counterflow petroleum boiler setup. And then we're making a infinite spill setup. As you spill into here, we have the infinite storage on these tiles right here. So after it goes through where the air vent is, so it's these tiles and then everything in this room, the petroleum has no limit to the pressure. And what's going to happen is that we're going to be able to store all the crude oil that we have from right here. We have around 50, 60, probably 300 tons of crude oil right here that we're pumping out. And that's coming from, the oil we have at the bottom of the map. We had a lot of oil, so we're just going to be pumping that in to our design. But that's basically what that is. Counterflow, infinite spill, and then a volcano tamer. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. We could explain any of the individual parts of the process as well. Hope that helps, Akios. Infinite spill, Lumbo, let me know if you have any questions. Just think about the child you having the Switch. Sometimes I just hold that insane console and think about it. Oh man, that's true, Fractal Kind. At the same time, though, I would not appreciate things as well because I grew up with technology as it was still kind of being discovered. Like, no phones, no beepers when I was young. And then as I grow up, I have, handheld games. And then when I become an adult, we have smartphones. I feel like that kind of rounded me off pretty well. And I feel bad for the kids nowadays because they're overloaded with, like, sensation. Whether it's TikTok, YouTube, videos. They get everything immediate. And I feel like that's going to be a detriment to them when they grow older. Who knows, though? We'll have to see, right? Maybe, society changes. But it's crazy. The word magma has lots of meaning. Lol. Yo, man, magma. Gotta use the magma. To legit just be spinning Carfax and Onifacts, it'd be like that sometimes. Ventilation, sometimes industrial processes use this approach to cut energy requirements. Yep. It's you save power and you do a lot of the setup to reduce power too. It's a very nice design if you could get it to work. The Switch is insane despite being old at this point. Yet there is not quite like Tetris on the black and white Game Boy. It's a classic, man. HVAC heat exchangers. Yep, I think there's a geothermal designs that have a very similar setup. I've seen a geothermal design where they take a house, right? Right, like if this is ground level, they have a geothermal setup where they have like a pipeline coming in from the top. Something like that, right? And then it goes all the way up, and then it's like they have another line that's coming in from like deeper in the bottom, right? And then it's like geothermal heating or something. And they run a counterflow design too. And then it somehow gets into here, and then they run it counterflow like that against the wires that are going underground or the pipelines. Kind of a thing like that. It's crazy. I've seen some geothermal designs where they just loop liquid like that constantly. You and I both, multiple Game Boys. I could tell and I appreciate you. Hey, how does the infinite spill work? Okay. The 2 tile section. So we already have that designed for some of our geysers, so it's better explained like this. So when you have water pressure, right? You could see that actually let's use the oil because it's a higher value. So when you have water pressure, what breaks? When your water pressure is high, you could break the tiles. So a lot of the times you have to use airflow tiles for storing liquids. So that's why we have airflows here. Now, how this works is you have to have this design with the door and airflow tiles. These could be regular tiles. If you want to do a little bit more heat transfer safety, you might want to use insulated tiles instead of regular tiles. But basically what you're doing is you're making a box so that the liquids spill inside, and then we create a gas lock right here. This requires you to have a liquid on the surface right here that does not off gas, so with polluted water it's a little bit tough, but you can do it with polluted water. And then what happens is that these two gases, based off of how the game mechanics in the game runs, is all a single element. What that means is that that single element cannot get any smaller. This is going to be the lowest amount of space any single element could actually occupy. And because of that, the mass will never matter because it's A, a gas, and then B, a single element. So by having 2 different single elements here, they could never get deleted unless something spawns on top of it. So by doing this, we force the liquid that's spilling in to go through a certain animation. So you can see right here, this is a spill animation. This spill animation makes it so that you don't drip down like a long viscous body of water. but instead you teleport the water from this tile to this tile. And that's because of how the spill animation works. If I look into the liquid overlay, there's never liquid tiles here. Whereas if I were to spill water from, I don't know, somewhere in the map, we could actually see the trail of water in the liquid overlay, right? So I could probably do that here. Right? So he's going to mine that right now. And then when we spill out the water, we're going to see it flow down, right? Well, no, that's the same animation spill I was talking about. You can see that there's no water here, right? That's the animation we're talking about. There's going to be a certain time, though, where if the mass of the water is too much, you don't get that animation. And instead, you actually get a body of water dripping down. So that's what we're actually creating, that animation. So we do that here to make infinite storage. So we're taking that same mechanic and doing it here. So guess what? We put two different elements, carbon dioxide, chlorine, and then this allows me to make the infinite pressure design. Have to head out. Have a great night all. Thank you for stopping by, Auntie. Have a good one, and hope you have a great week ahead of you. Yes, they are so overloaded without understanding technology like we do. Yep, it's tough, man. I used to own many Game Boys for Game Boy SPs to play. I gave away all of my collection, traveled for a decade. Damn, I see Citrus. Awesome. So why are you using bottle dispensers instead of just pumping? That's because bottle pitcher pumps right here can pull specific liquids. So if I were to use a liquid pump, I would have to build a filter. Now, the thing is that we're playing with 109 dupes. So I have a lot of, free labor. So since the duplicants could choose which liquid they want to pump from the pitcher pump, they could extract specifically just crude oil, right? And that's just the magic of the pitcher pump. You're never going to get a mixed liquid. You're never going to get like a half polluted water, half crude oil, half salt water mixture. So I don't have to build a filter, and it's also powerless. So this allows me to just select one type and then get, a filtered output. And because we have a lot of liquids down here, that was the easiest way to do it. Well, at least in my opinion, the easiest. Alright, so now that that's done, I could actually remove this now. And then we just remove those gases. And then we gotta remove the vents. And then after we do that, we just sweep everything out. Alright, so our infinite pressure design is working. Can't be mad. Nice, and it's clean. Thank you, thank you. So, of course, this is fully automatic, and all we have to do now is do this above 500, and then we just gotta wait for the petroleum to kind of stack up. And then we're gonna be done. So the petroleum's gonna fill up this room, and it's not gonna push down on that tile, because that's oil. Since this is oil, and the heaviest liquid, and it can't push down due to pressure, it's gonna be how we make sure the tank doesn't break on the right side. And we can still go inside to fix things. Alright, so why did this turn off again? Did I not get enough mass? I should be stacking up the heat as much as I can. Alright. Just finished my drink. Doing good, doing good. Alright, so we're going to remove that. The sensor is there now. We're generating petroleum. You see it's going up. Dripping in, pushing petroleum out every time we were having a movement. That's good. I have built up a Petro boiler build before. Didn't understand the infinite storage area. I use infinite storage model of having oil cover pipe exiting the... when adding water. Oh, use a different method. I mean, that's fine. As long as you're able to get the infinite storage, it solves the problem of having the petroleum fill up the counterflow room, which is going to be a problem. You never want these liquid layers to touch, because it averages out the temperature a little bit worse. Because if this was connected, you would be cooling down to 400 over here, like along the side, which would kind of suck. But yeah, it doesn't matter how you do it. Having the different methods is just, Really nice. As long as you're able to get the infinite storage in the long run, that's all that really matters. Alright, so these guys might be lost because of how they don't see the locked door. So I'm gonna actually open these doors right here. They're gonna notice it's open and then flop to the right. They don't see the body of water right here yet. We gotta open these doors first. Once we do that, the flop inside will be good. Alright, so how is my rockets? Are we ready to launch? We have the aux light in here, almost. And then this is gonna be 1098. Alright, so is everything okay now? Ah, there's no juice here again. Every time. I'm gonna pump into the rockets directly. So we have a long pipeline from the bottom that we need to connect. And once we do that, we'll start pumping to the top. But yeah, it's gonna pump into here. We have a reservoir for overflow. Looks like we're having some of the issues right here. These are reachable, right? Oh, it's unreachable. I need to build that. I need to build this. Hopefully I can build everything. There might be the one tile I can't build, which would suck really bad. Do you find that if you're playing with this many cycles, with only 20, 30 dupes, the game runs smoother, but having 100 dupes, it chugs? Yeah, that's just how the game works. One of the things that causes the most amount of lag in this game, Lumbo, is dupes. And it's because of how dupes actually work in this game. So, if you didn't know, dupes, if you click on a dupe and click show navigation, they have to simulate all of these lines, right? And you know why they have to simulate all of these lines? That's because of how the automatic duplicate system works. What happens is that when they're doing a job, right, that's associated to their priority, they're constantly checking everything in their navigation range to do those jobs. So they're constantly checking to see if there's any jobs for them at every second of the game. This is actually why having a lot of dupes lags your game. They have to check out a lot of pathing, and then they have to see whether or not there's a job for them or not. So because of that, you have the problem where having a lot of dupes causes a lot of lag, because the duplicates are always checking for tasks to do. And when you have 100 dupes doing that check, it's too much for the computers to really keep up with. And I want to say that having more than, I want to say, 50 dupes is overkill. You normally never need that many. I normally go around 24 dupes. But because of the challenge run, we're doing 100. Because a lot of the times, their maps are not actually catered to provide that much oxygen. So in my case, I have to convert all of my water geysers, salt water, steam vent. I'm probably not using the steam vent though. But salt water, cool, slush water. We have to devote that strategically to generating oxygen only. So that kind of becomes a problem, having to actually dedicate that into oxygen. But yeah, that means I can't use water for a lot of other things. But, you know, I kind of don't mind it. We are out of rust! Oh, we were out of rust? Oh, it's time, boys! We are out of rust! Okay, this is entombed. We gotta mine this out. This means that we are good now. We don't have to worry about rust anymore. It's no longer existing on my map. Oh man, okay, so let's just pump out all the oxygen because it's no longer going to be needed. And we're going to vacuum out the bottom. And then after that, yep, all these pipelines have to be replaced. Does that mean I make another spawn? I'm actually not sure. Let's make 99 steel, 99 iron. Just to keep this running. Clean design, having the dupes coded to individually for the drop seems so backwards. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. But because they have to be able to path to it, the navigation and the pathing, it's very heavy on the game. Alright, so that means we could delete this now, and this probably means we're going to vacuum out the bottom half, and then we're going to delete all the chlorine. It's way too much. So we're just going to delete the chlorine gas best I can. So we're just going to build tiles on top of it, hoping to delete everything. Because outside of that, we make a door crusher, which takes a while. So just building tiles is probably the best method. So let's remove the rusty oxidizers first. The power is there. We're going to remove the power line, use it for something else. And then that means... Do I have enough oxygen now? That's a question. Because this was providing 3 lines of O2. The other lines doesn't seem to be that heavy yet. But I now know that there's no oxygen here. This line is backed up. And we even have a line that's not touched. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I don't know if I need more oxygen, though. As of right now, it seems okay. Not gonna lie, I think we do need another line right here. Big struggles. And then this needs to go up. And then it's gonna go across to the left to replace that line. That's not bad. So we remove the oxygen from the rusty oxidizers. We no longer need the rusty oxidizers anymore. It's going to make it a little bit easy. Make that nice. Alright, so I think we're ready, right? Yep, this is boiling now. So let's attach it to the power. Bam, that's connected. This could pump, but it goes nowhere. It's not going to push down. We're going to want to sweep this. And then, yeah, we're doing pretty good. Running out of magma again, that's fine. At least this is back up to 1,000, so we have a lot of thermal energy still. And then from there, this is all built. What about up top, by the rocket? There was a problem? Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we gotta make this priority 9. Everything there. We're gonna want that done first. And then we want to make it so that the liquid reservoir has priority. I think I need another reservoir here for this to really work. Because something is off. I feel like this is not going to work the way I think it does. It should, though, because it should always buffer. Alright, we'll see. So with the ladders, the middle is still unreachable. Feels bad. I actually need a gantry for that. Alright, we're going to make a gantry. And then we're just going to deconstruct it after we're done. We just need it, literally, to just build the pipes. Hate to see that kind of thing happen. We need a gantry just to build some of the insulated pipes in order to launch the rocket. Alright, so we have power now. I keep forgetting to do this. Alright, so we got to do this. And then we got to cut this line again. And then this is going to be juice. This is going to connect. That's going to be red. That's because incoming object detected. Now this side has no juice. Okay. It looks like since they're not going to have power, that's going to be bad for them. Alright, let's do like that. Let's do like that. But now these guys don't have power, but they're already closed, so it should be okay. So I think what I need to do is hook up the power from the back instead. I need to basically make these two setups a little bit better. Prime it up faster. No power right there kind of sucks. At least we got ourselves before the meteor shower occurred. Whoa, you went outside without a suit? These guys, man. They keep sneaking out. I don't know how they do that, man. That's mad illegal. Wait a second. Missing tile? Why is that a green signal? Why is this a green signal? Am I having a memory leak issue right now? Something ain't right. This having no power is fine. But this should be locked. Dude, my game's tripping. Actually tripping. I might want to save load. And exit out of the game so that we don't have the memory leak issue. We'll wait until the next cycle starts to see if it actually fixes itself. Because I do have to wait for the sunlight for the solar panels to work, and then we just stockpile the power. Little bit of regolith right there. Hopefully it's not that bad. Still opened. Because there's no juice. Get some love right there, please. Alright, let's push that up. Push up the liquids. And then spill this out that way. Goes into our tank. Please don't get hit by a meteorite. The fact that this isn't falling through yet. We need this as a backup line so we can just pull power from the other suit lines. Dupes are taking forever though. I like how this still hasn't fallen through. Incoming object detected, 0%. That's normal because we have all the vision blocked out. Is it possible that this is too close to the top? 18 tiles? That could be a problem. It's too close to the top. It shouldn't be a problem, though. That's the crazy thing. 16, I believe, is all we need. 16 by 32. Or is it 28? I might be wrong. Balloon should explode in space. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Alright, so no one's building my wires here, huh? Alright. 2 more pipelines. That's reachable. That's not reachable. That sucks. That's not reachable either. God damn it. Alright, so we need another one here. Just to build the pipes, man. That's such a pain.